Hey there, viewers. Welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. I'm going to start off by saying, pardon the background noise here. It's my diesel heater keeping my shed warm, or my carport. It's quite chilly outside, and it's not too bad in here, but as you can see, there's damage done to cherry blossom. You can blame that on the ladder. Had it over here in the corner. I went to move some stuff, including that, so I can get the heater over there. It fell, hit the car. Man, that really sucks. These taillights were decent. Yeah, they were foggy, but they were decent. I can still rock it, but I have other taillights. You'll notice something. What do you notice? New. Yeah. New rotor. New pads. New caliper. New hose. To a new used line. Now, this parking brake worked on the other caliper. It doesn't look pretty. This car is extremely filthy under here. I noticed that when I got this wheel off, I've got to replace this. And I don't know if you can see it down here. Probably not. See if I can get some light in here. Thank you. This is a little tore up. So I need a new one of those. New one of those. Call that good. Literally just spent about 4 hours doing all of this on both sides. It's not because I don't know what I'm doing with brakes. It's the way these calipers are. Okay? Most of you know, and if you're not familiar with these, I'll tell you right now, these calipers are a right and a left hand thread for the parking brake actuator. And when you go to put the caliper on, these are the remans from Rock Auto. I went to put these on, you have to turn the caliper back, and amongst doing that, you have to remember one goes one way, the other goes the other way. Otherwise, if you go and do the one, it'll go in, you go do the other, and it's going out. Don't do that. I did that with this one. New rotor, new pads, new caliper, reman, new hose, going up to there. This side does not look that bad. Okay? This is a little dry. This is okay. And this is okay. Just a little dry. I gotta put a little grease in there. I could save a couple bucks. So, there's this. Next, I'm gonna be doing the front brakes. Blood the brakes out. So, as for up here, you notice the map sensors off. I had this off because I was doing the valve cover gasket. Well, I used a cork gasket, okay? This cork gasket has been sitting behind this seat over here for a while, and it came down and together in the center. It didn't work out very well. It's still leaking over on that side over there. So I got a rubber gasket sitting inside. I'm gonna be putting that on and getting rid of this cork gasket. It's a pain right in the neck. I hate them. I've never had luck with them. I've done one on one of the other Fieros I had, and again, leaked. So I never had good luck with them. Now, that all being said, while I had this off, I used a little bit of brake putz cleaner, some rags, trying to clean this up because it was filthy, and it's still not pretty, okay? It's still not perfect. This engine is nasty, okay? Let me get some light down below and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So what you're looking at is, well, kind of what is left of the motor mount, okay? Look at all that grime in there, guys. Same at the bottom of the engine. inside the frame there. That is all sand, because like I said in the first video of this car came from Florida and was purchased here in New York from someone else. So all of that down there is sand and dirt and grime. That was literally level with that last night. This is better than it was last night. I took a flathead screwdriver and, you know, kind of got a lot of the gum off so you can actually find this. This was level up to the top of this. It was just mound right up. Looked like a little mountain of crap. Same with the subframe back in there. Sorry guys, I'm doing this on my phone. I'm not used to doing it on here. So just bear with me here. But yeah, that's all of that right there is a lot less than it was. I had a chunk, I'll put a photo of that in here if I can, that came out of the subframe last night, and literally it was still intact after tossing it on the ground. It was crazy. Now, I mentioned in part one of this, the subframe does have to be repaired. That is where it has to be repaired. I've got somebody that I know is going to be cutting that section out and replacing it with something a little thicker than what's here. Other than that, the rest of this car is extremely clean and honestly not too bad a shape. Minus the grime, okay? I'm not gonna lie, that is really bad. This motor mount is most likely shot by the way it looks. So I'm looking at another one of those. Same with the transmission mount on this as well. These struts I'm going to replace at some point here. These struts I'm going to replace. I cannot use this louver cover mount because obviously there's no way for that to be anchored there. I have another one of these plates for the shifter cables because I noticed that the one that's in here is cracked. As you can see, the shifter cable bracket is cracked right there. So as you can see, that's cracked. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, there's a better shot of it. And look down here on top of the transmission right here. See how filthy all that is? Yeah, this is pretty bad. Over here is where that valve cover is still leaking a little bit in this corner. So I'm going to be replacing it with a rubber gasket and just be done with it. Like I had mentioned in one of the Fiero groups that I'm in on Facebook, I want to add the electronic deck lid release for this car as a secondary thing. And the wire harness is right there. I have yet to put the dash back together after I got done doing the cluster. And right there that you're seeing right in the middle of your screen is for the button to be put in. So as you can see, I have not drove the car since we got it home. It's literally been sitting here in this carport. So got the reservoir filled. Everything else is the same up here. There's a new hose for this side. The new caliper for this side is down in there as well. The new hose and brake caliper for that side, and the rotor. I had the bearings inside. I picked up some grease. I'm going to be greasing them. Bearings when I put them in. And I've got to get that cover there off and put it on this other dash bezel housing.